Okay, so I want to go over this email really quick. I found three main things that I want to talk about. The first one is this very first sentence tells you pretty much everything you need to know about any and all negotiation. It's probably not going to happen. They're pretty upfront with not being flexible with the price or repairs. So you have to ask yourself if you're okay with purchasing this home as is for 375,000. The second thing that I noticed is that where is that at? Oh yeah, they're actually using an agent. So uh, they're going to be represented while you wouldn't be. So there's a ton of problems there. The third thing is that I don't think 400,000 is crazy to think that they could get. Unfortunately, in your case, um, I just didn't like the way that they came up with it. This stuff is like gobbledygook almost. They use some price per square footage and whatever. But let's go back to the first one. Obviously, they're not gonna drop their price. It's 375 the way it is. If there's one thing I've learned in real estate, it's when a seller tells you something, um, they're probably honest about it as far as price and flexibility. Um, the second thing I want to discuss is them using an agent. Um, Boy, I'd have to say is my advice would be that puts you in such a vulnerable position. Um, Now, obviously, I'm biased, but I've bought properties and used other real estate agents as my buyer's agent, specifically for the legal liability. So, I mean, I say that to say that if you're unrepresented, it can be a tough and difficult thing for you. And, who's looking out for your best interest other than yourself? So that's definitely something to think about. And then thirdly, just so you know, like I don't think they're crazy in thinking this. I just didn't like how they came up with it. So sometimes, even though sometimes you can get the right answer by accident, and I think that may have been what happened. So just to recap, they're not flexible with price or repairs. They're using a real estate agent, and you would be unrepresented. And that real estate agent, trust me, won't have your best interest in mind. Legally, he doesn't. And by the way, I'm happy to send you a law. There's a pamphlet called The Law of Real Estate Agency that explains a lot of that stuff further if you want to see it. But it's pretty easy to understand. And then, yeah, they're pretty much on track with what they're thinking with the price. I would put it $10,000 lower, but anyways, so that's what I got. If you have any other questions, feel free to call me or shoot me an email. Again, I'm willing to help as much as I can um, in your situation. If it were me, I think I would be okay with it. 375 for that house. What I wouldn't be okay with is being unrepresented, and this is where I can't speak on your behalf per se. I mean, I'm a real estate agent, so I have all this contract knowledge and the understanding of how transactions work, and then the experience of having been through a ton of those. So it would be easy for me to do, but I would never recommend someone go into a real estate transaction unless they have explicit experience in the real estate industry and not be represented by someone. So again, hopefully all this makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email or text. All right, thanks.